Hey Run Junkies, welcome to Dots and Donuts, my series featuring my perfect Rundisney journey for the coming year. And today I'm going to tell you about gear. This is the equipment you're going to need along the way, things you might want to think about, how to make sure everything is in working order. So let's get to it. Early season. Okay, it's early in the training cycle, and this is the best time to look at the long term of what you're going to need. The Dopey Challenge training cycle covers 3 seasons, summer, autumn, and winter, and it's likely you're going to see warm temperatures gradually getting cooler. Not only will you see a variety of weather, but the days are also going to get shorter. You're going to have shorter daylight hours. So you might have to plan for early mornings in the dark or indoor runs. So with all of that said, we want to evaluate what we have and then start collecting the gear we need, and then start testing it out in training. The first and probably most obvious, your shoes. If you haven't already, please head to your local running store to get fitted for the right shoes for you. Everyone is different, and the shoe experts at that store will be able to narrow down the style that will work best for you. For multi-day challenges like Dopey or Goofy or the 2-course challenges, it's a really good idea to have at least 2 pairs of shoes ready to go on those days, alternating the shoes you would wear for each race. Pair 1 on day 1, pair 2 on day 2. Having multiple pairs of shoes will also help spread out the wear throughout the training cycle. Now, I personally like to have 3 pairs in rotation by the end of September for Dopey Challenge training, maybe a 4th by the time I get there. Because shoes can be a financial commitment. Yeah, I know. You might consider purchasing a new pair every month or so. So this is going to bring a fresh pair into rotation while spreading out that financial commitment. Look, I could go on and on and on about shoes, but check out the links above for a great interview that I had with my shoe expert. It's a 2-part series. Definitely check it out. All right, ladies, for all the reasons I just talked about, sports bras. Your athletic bra should not see a birthday. So while you are at the running specialty store, get fitted for the right sports bra. You want enough to get through a week's worth of training and or all of the races you'll be running. Depending on the style, this can also be a financial commitment. So I recommend planning for that. Now let's move on to hydration belts and packs. Even though your runs might be short enough right now that you just need a handheld bottle, carrying water on your long runs will get cumbersome quickly. You should at least carry water for your short runs, and a hydration belt is a good place to start for those. A pack like this one will carry about 20 ounces, plus it has a pack for nutrition and other needs for your runs. Now for longer runs, a hydration pack is a good idea, especially if the full marathon is involved in your training. The hydration pack will carry much more water than a belt, plus quite a bit more like nutrition, extra bottles, other needs like sunscreen, sunglasses, and cooling towels. Speaking of nutrition and hydration, runs are still pretty short during the summer. So right now, you may not need a lot of gear, but start planning out your on-course nutrition. Every long run, starting now, should be a test of flavors and combinations, how it's going to affect you, your GI system, right? Again, your running store is going to help you find the right products with a variety of brands to get you started. As your runs get longer, you're going to start dialing in that nutrition. You're going to find what works for you and stick with it. All right, now it's time to start thinking about colder and darker runs. Take a look at your winter running gear. Start figuring out what you have and what you might need to round out your running wardrobe for cooler weather. Length and layers are the trick to comfort. Hats, gloves, and insulated pieces will be hitting the stores fairly soon. The weather can turn cool quickly, so be ready for it. Along with that, our longest runs will be at the darkest time of the year in November and December. So I strongly encourage you to have a game plan for how you're going to get it done, either on a treadmill or getting a run done in the dark if you have to. Do you have access to a treadmill at home or at some kind of gym? It's a good idea to have a backup plan for when the weather turns snowy or too cold to run outdoors. And if you do run outside, you might be running before or after work, which means you want to be able to see and be seen, especially if you're running in the dark. The more lights, the better. So a headlamp is always a good thing to light your path, and lots of bright lights like this Nox Gear vest are a great start. But as far as I'm concerned, you just can't have enough lights on you. If you check out the link here, you'll see how I managed that over the winter. The bottom line is that this is a great time to start taking inventory. What do you have already? What needs to be replaced? What can you get right now to start testing out? While the training volume is low here in late summer, having all that gear lined up to help you make training decisions, it's going to make life so much easier when you're running all the time. I'm going to leave a bunch of links to my favorite gear in the description below. It's a huge list, so I hope it helps. Guys, we didn't even talk about costumes because that is a whole other conversation. But yeah, with Halloween coming, this is also a great time to start planning and gathering that stuff too. I'm just saying. It's time. So what do you think? Does this list help? Or do you have anything you would like to add? I would love to hear from you, so please leave thoughts, questions, comments, and suggestions for future videos in the comment section down below. Please like, subscribe, and tell your friends. And don't forget, you can support my Rundisney journey through my Team MSAA fundraising page, and you can support the Runners Without Limits network over on patreon.com, where you will get exclusive access to additional and behind-the-scenes content. Thanks for watching. Until next time, remember, you have no limits. Happy running.